This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Buenos Aires, Argentina, here is a unified and sensational middleweight champion of the world, Sergio Maravilla Martinez.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
You know, look at the stars, ex-fighters, ex-champions ringside. That's what these fights do. That's what these venues do.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And that's the opening bell, round 1. Timing beats speed, speed beats power. Nice counter. Misses with the straight left. Perfect counter shot. Insane action. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. That jab misses. Swing and a miss with that hook. Just missed with that hook. Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones. Here we go for round 2. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got a double shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
They miss with the jab. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Beautiful counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards... Oh, wait a minute! Martinez forced to step back. He's on wobbly legs. Down goes of Sergio Martinez. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, four. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Martinez. And there's the bell for round 3. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
They're both trying for a knockout. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Those counter punches have to hurt. These two fighters are made for one another. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones. And there's the bell to start round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. They exchange punches. Caution is being thrown to the wind. And he scores with the counter. Tried to score with a jab. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
And down goes Jones Jr. He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your blood.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get... So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Roy. There's the bell to start round 5. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Drop their guard, they get caught. Swing and a miss with the jab. There's a counter shot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. He threw a punch and just got countered. So far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Roy Jones Jr. and, oh my word, down goes RJJ. I don't know, I gotta take another look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Talk about Roy Jones. There's the bell for round 6. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Good counter punching. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. He misses with that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Jab misses. A perfect counter lands. Missing with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. Missing with the left uppercut. Jab does not score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges. Here comes round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. And
Maravilla is flat on his back. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you continue.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Good counter punch. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Nice defense on that hook. That counter punch caught him clean. That count looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked. And we enter the 8th round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Couldn't land that jab. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Stamina is off the charts. How about that time counter shot? Can't find a home for that jab. Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Sergio Martinez is dazed. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart, that is.